Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a PvP Map. I think that intro, out of all my series, that's the hardest one to do. It just gets tied up in my tongue quite a lot. Thanks so much for all the support that you've been giving me on this series. I really do appreciate it. I'm enjoying this series so much, and I can't wait to see what it looks like completed. Today, I want to do another giant mushroom, but I want to do the giant blue mushroom. They're similar, but they're going to be a little bit different. We're going to use the same stalk, though, because it's just easy for us to do, and we're going to put it on top of this mountain right here. It's going to take a little bit of work to try and get it like situated in properly, but I reckon we can do it. So what we want to do is we want to put a block down here, grab our one, we're going to take it from there, which is going to get that corner, and we're going to go way up to the top here. Now, to make it look like it's not the same stalk, we're going to rotate it by 90 degrees or so, and that'll instantly just make it look like a completely different stalk altogether. We can also change it if we wanted to. I'm going to go up to here so we get as much of the stalk in as possible. I'm going to stand down on the floor here so I know where it's going to paste. We're going to hit copy. 18,000 blocks apparently that stalk is made out of. That's a lot of blocks. You wouldn't think it, would you? Okay, so we're going to stand on top of this mountain here, but what we're going to do is I'm going to actually go down into the mountain a little bit, because if we paste it up here, there's going to be an awful lot of air gaps. If I go down into the ground, hopefully the stalk will sort of sit into everything a little bit better. Paste -A so we don't get the air in. And yeah, we get the mushroom go straight down beautifully into the terrain itself. Very happy with that. Let's fill this up. Look at me being a good boy and actually filling it up and not just putting it on the top block. Okay, so we ate a mushroom while doing... Actually, that's pretty cool. To have, like, on random parts? Like little mushrooms coming out. I like that idea. Like that. Whoops. Stop falling down. Oh, I really like that. Put in some random white ones. Yeah. That's like, you see that on trees a lot, you know, on a tree that might have fallen down. It might be dead or it might still be alive. And if you're walking around woods and stuff like that, no doubt you've come across something like that where these mushrooms sort of grow out of the side of them. Oh, yeah, I really like that idea. So, I have just a couple of those in, like that. And I'll have one up here, and I think that will do then. Now, we're going to do the same tactic as what we done with our red mushroom, and that's by making a giant sphere and then just taking the part that we need. So we ended up only taking the sort of top third, if you like, of this circle, which is located over here. What I want to do is I want to do a blue one. I want it to be roughly the same diameter, but I want it to be a lot more shallower, which means we're going to have to make the original circle much bigger. As you can see, sort of these mushrooms are sort of more of a dome, the blue ones are more flat. I want the same thing with that blue mushroom. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy at all. I can't remember what the diameter to that one was. Was it like 25 or something like that? I've got a feeling we're gonna have to go a lot bigger than that, so I'm gonna stand nicely out of the way so I don't get involved with all that stuff. It doesn't matter if I cut through that red one. We're gonna make a sphere of, I don't even know what colour it is, 35-3. We're going to make a sphere of 35-3. Hollow sphere. not solid. Hollow sphere, 35-3. Let's just do 25 for the minute. How much? I think that's the same as that one. Do they look the same size? Yeah, they do, don't they? They look the same size. Okay, good to know. Undo. So we need it bigger than that. I need it bigger than that. I'm going to go 35. It's a big circle. Anytime today. There we go. I think that could work. Okay, Wow, that is actually a lot bigger than you think. It doesn't look that big when you're in the middle, but then when you come out to the side, that's huge. Imagine how long that would take to build by hand. Okay, now let's fill those back in again. Now I just want the very thin snip top of it, a very small amount. Ooh, I don't know. I got a good idea. I've got a good idea. Well, hopefully it's a good idea. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to select pos 1. It might work. It might not. It might work. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab way more than what I need. I'm going to go like right down to here and I'm going to do pos 2. And then going to cut it will do. Cutting it. It's way more blocks than I need. But I'm thinking, what if we made the blue mushroom sit at an angle so it's not perfectly flat? What if we put it down at an angle? Could we do that? So it sort of goes down at that angle instead of being flat? That could be really cool. Now, I gonna have to do some testing on where to paste this because I didn't cut it in a good spot, did I? Like I was quite far away when I hit the cut. I'm just gonna have to paste it over here and just see where it goes. I think it's gonna go over there, isn't it? Do you know where it is? I don't know where it is. Oh my, that is big. Okay, I can't even remember where I was. Oh no, that is about the right size. That's actually not too bad. Okay, undo. It just took a long time for some reason. I don't know why it took that long. I might have to paste it off camera or something like that so it speeds up a little bit. Let's try here. Paste -A. That's not how you spell paste. It might be quicker now that we've done it once. I don't know. Why am I at 53? I was on 53. Why 53? Just as long as I can get the height right. Okay, we'll go down a little bit. Stupid capital letters. Undo. So 53, we've gone down to 46. And I want to go this way a little bit. And then we'll try it here. That should be approximately right on top of that stalk now. About as close to. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so it's a little. Oh, it's not actually off. I think it's actually pretty perfect. So it's way too big at the moment. I mean, you could fill it in and it wouldn't look terribly bad. But what I want to do is I want to chop it so it goes up at a diagonal angle. Now, this isn't going to be easy to do. I think this is going to be really hard to do. I think I'm going to have to just do it by eyeballing it and then neaten it up afterwards. But this is going to be a tricky thing for me to do. I know what I want in my head, but if this is going to work in reality, it's a different matter. Something like this. We're about right. Okay. And then what I need to do is I need to come down at the same angle. If I've done that 1/2, can I see what it would look like? Is my head good enough? It's good, but it's not. Oh no, it would work. It's not quite enough of an angle. It's about right, but I want it to go more diagonal. So we're going to grab up here. And I'm going to try and do this at more of an angle. I'm trying to take it away as much as I can in this first run through. Like this. Okay, now how does that look? I think that should be... Oops. That should be more of the angle that I want. Ignore this part and ignore that strip. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let me take away all of this stuff so we just have this top cap, and I shall be back. That rhymed. Alright, boom! And we've got ourselves a mushroom that's sitting at an angle. I think that's really cool, right? I think it's just a little bit different. We can extend the stalk up without a problem. We've already got the sort of angle. It's even going in the right direction. I might rotate that mushroom then, like the entire thing or something. I don't know. But yeah, the only tricky part now is to do the underside of this mushroom. It's not going to be easy at all, is it? Let's grab the blocks that we need. We might as well keep the underside of these mushrooms the same. So we want to have that one for the base, that one, and that one. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, I'll worry about folding the edge over if I need to at the end. I don't think I need to on this mushroom, though. I want to have a little bit of room, so I don't know, one block, 2 blocks, 1 block, 2 blocks. 2 blocks. 2 blocks is probably going to be good. It needs to be out of this. Oops. This one anyway. So, how exactly do we do this? I think what you need to do is we need to go up pretty much diagonally. As weird as that sounds, I think you need to go up like this. And then like this. And just try and keep a 1 or 2 block gap between the edge of the mushroom. Both sides aren't the same, though. It's not a perfectly symmetrical mushroom, unfortunately. So I might have to add some blocks back. I probably should have done it like perfectly symmetrically, but that doesn't matter. It seems to be, at the moment at least, every 2 blocks you go up 1. But then I think as the mushroom shape changes, it'll go every 3 and then every 4. So we have that one. Yeah. So this one's then 3. I'm going off this side because this side, that angle, I prefer a little bit better than that angle. It looks no difference when you're standing this far back. But I did notice a little bit of a difference. So I'm going to set myself on this one and then do that side to match afterwards. It's only going to be a matter of like 12 blocks we need to place anyway. Like that. Okay, so I need to do that all the way up this entire mushroom. It's going to be one of these other... recently, there's been a lot of episodes where it's been a lot of off-camera work, hasn't it? I've had a busy couple of weeks with the recording. So, I'm going to do this, and I shall be back. Alright, so there we go. I haven't done the blue part. Oh, I poked through the edge a little bit. Whoops. I haven't done the blue part on the other side, but we are about there now. I'm actually really happy on how this looks. I just need to sort of extend down some of these parts like this, just so it doesn't quite get too close to these, what do you call them, like peachy coloured ones. So we'll just stick these around the outside here, and I think that's it. I think that's just done now. Perfect. Okay, now need to join up the stalk to the mushroom head now. The middle point is hard to tell because it's at an angle and stuff. But, no, that's not it. We're going to go to... there? That's about right. Yeah. Okay, so all we need to do is sort of do this little section up to the top now. It should be relatively easy to do. We're going to do the same tactic as what we do if we were starting from scratch, though. And that's by doing up the 4 sides first. Like that. 1, 2... 3 want to come in as well because obviously it gets smaller. 3 and 4, like so, and then just fill up the gaps in between. Now there really isn't that much, so I think we could probably do most of this, if not all of it, together. Each layer just comes up nice and random. Don't think about it too much. Try and do it as random as possible. The more you think, the more patterned it's going to be, and when it's patternized it doesn't look like a natural mushroom anymore. Now I can't really say too much about it because I've never built one before. I'm not an expert at these kind of organic builds, but I don't think our one looks too bad so far. So is that corner all joined up? Looks nice. This one. Yeah, I'll have those there. I mean, why not? Say, the more you think about it, the less natural it looks. So try and place them as basically as random as possible. But there has to be some strategy to it. I can't really explain it any better than that. It's like a really tough thing to try and explain. Random, but strategy. Well, hopefully if you guys watch enough, you'll get a bit of an idea. And that one. Like that. This one around the side here. And that can stay there. These come down. Now what I do like to do is I like to do these sections first. That's something that I like to do sometimes. So you sort of build up these ones. And then it makes it a little bit easy to sort of tell the contour of the shape that you want. But each person's sort of different, really. Okay. This is the third sector. Down here. Ugh. It gets harder and harder to get through all the places, though. Okay. That one's joined up. And then this last one. Now this last one's a little bit different because it's hanging forward. So you have to sort of do some ones that hang forward. I haven't done probably enough of those over here. Oh no, they didn't need it. We should be okay then. Like this. Take that one away. Start at the top for that one. And then fill all these in. This last one goes super quick because you've done all of the hard work already. Now, what do we like? If we look at it from the outside now, does the stalk look right? It looks pretty good from here. I like that. It's got a good curve on it. The top of the mushroom looks pretty nice. I love the little mushrooms on the side. We need to add the white blocks to the top of the mushroom. I don't think I want to have the edging of the mushroom any thicker. I like how it sort of looks. Well, we've only looked at it from one angle, though. Let's make sure that we like it from more than one angle. And I like it from around here. It's got the shape that we want. Actually looks really cool how it sort of leans forward like that. We'll just check from this other side. Oh, I've got a few blocks that I need to turn blue. That's why you always back off and look around at many different angles as you can. We'll change those up. So when I was experimenting to see on how I could do the bottom of the mushroom quicker. Yeah, I like this side as well. That's got a nice sort of lip look to it. And then the back side. I really like. I like how the bottom of that mushroom looks. So we want to add the other colours in here now to make it look a little bit more textured on the bottom. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do 8. So we're going to have 8 stalks. 1 stalk that comes out. It doesn't matter if they hang down. We don't mind that at all. 1 stalk. I'll do the 4 straight ones first, or straightish ones. It doesn't matter if I miss blocks. It doesn't matter if I go off course. It doesn't matter if I go down 2 blocks. It really doesn't matter. That is what's going to make the texture of this mushroom work. So it doesn't matter that like it's all spitty and gaps missing in it. Doesn't matter one single bit. And then these come this way. So they're the 4 ones that go somewhat straight, and then we have the diagonal ones as well, like a wheel, spokes on a bike wheel. 1 there. 2 here. I don't like how many gaps I had there, though. There we go. 3. I can hear the bats in there, inside of it. I might have to light it up inside or something. It shouldn't really matter. Difficulty, peaceful. Bats still spawn on peaceful mode, do they? Or have they stopped? Do bats spawn? They obviously do, because they're still there. I can still hear them. Okay, so now that we've got the light ones in, we want to go down with these brown ones. They're a little bit darker. They just put a little bit of emphasis on it. And you just want to click near or on the stalk blocks that you just done. It doesn't matter how close you are to them, if you go over on top of them or just next to them. It doesn't matter. It just adds a little bit of shadow to them. It makes them stand out that little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually really chuffed about this. I think I still want to put the white spots on the top of this mushroom, though. I don't want to leave it just completely blue. I think the blue wool is a little bit bland. Oops, I fell. Leaving it on its own. So definitely having some white spots in it is just going to dress it up a little bit. And I like keeping the spots really small. I don't like doing the big spots that you can get sometimes on these mushrooms. The larger collection of snow for us. I like it always being single dots. I think it looks a lot better for our build style that we've got going here. Okay. So there we go. There's little stalks on the bottom of the mushroom. It just adds that little bit of texture, a little bit more interesting underneath, right? Okay, so there is the second mushroom. Oh no, I need the dots in it, don't I? Hold on. Pause. 1. This is always a difficult thing to do, isn't it? Getting the ratio correct. It ended up being a load of white, didn't it? Pause 2. Should be about right. We'll stand up here so we get a good view. Replace... Is it 35.3, wasn't it? 35.3, yeah. Replace 35.3 with 35.3, 35, 3, 35. Oh, it's such a hard number to do quickly. I don't know why. 35, 3. That's a full stop. That should be a comma. 35, 3, 35, 3. And snow block. 0 blocks have been changed? Oh yeah, because I've gone from there to the yeah, I got you. I haven't selected the mushroom. I done point 1 and 2, but not correctly. Pause 2. There we go. Why is there dirt in there? 35, 3, 35, 3, 35, 3, 35, 3, 35, 3. Ah, I found it. There we go. Boom. Okay, I think that's a pretty good ratio. Still too many white ones. Undo. 35, 3, 35, 3, 35, 3, 35, 3, 35, 3. That's better. Just a few little white dots in there, I think looks smart. And boom, I think that's really cool, right? I think that's all that we need now for the large mushrooms in this map. I don't think that we want any more. I think it'll end up looking too dark. Obviously, I'm going to hang glowstone down, glowstone underneath the mushrooms. I think that'd be really cool, you know, coming down the side there. That's all decoration side of things, so we're not near that stage yet. We're getting towards that stage, but we're still a little way off. But yeah, for the two big features now on the map, I think both the mushrooms are now done. You know, they're going to stand out. It's got a nice amount of height now on the map. Everything else should fall into place quite quickly. I think what I'll do down the side of the rivers here is just do oak trees. Oak trees down the side of the rivers with vines on them so you can climb them and stuff like that. But that'll add the greenery to the map. That'll add the green parts. And I think it'll look really cool how it'll just run along the edges. We won't have trees randomly. They'll just be along the edge of the water so you can run through them and then parkour over to this center mushroom here. Yeah, I think that'll be pretty good. That's all I've got time for though this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We'll see you in the next episode.